If single mothers are solely the reason for themselves being single mothers, then whose fault is it that the single fathers are single fathers? I got a serious question, and don't y'all start tussling on me in the comments, because I know how y'all like to get when it comes to subjects like this. But anyway, if single mothers are solely the reason for themselves being single mothers, then whose fault is it that the single fathers are single fathers? Is that the single mother's fault too, or is there just no accountability for the men, just the women? I'm like, this is a serious question.
Well, first things first, each situation is different. To me, it depends on why you're single, right? A lot of people will say you're a single mother because you chose wrong. That can be true in some cases that may not be true. I'm not saying majority, but a lot of women nowadays, they pick their man off of what they think he is. I see every day women look over men who ain't 6 feet, who don't got the 6 figures they claim they gotta have. They look over guys who are the nice guy, who ain't rude and mean and not toxic. There's a few reasons why women nowadays look over great men. And who do they choose? They choose the dope boy, the Pookie, the Ray Ray. Of course, we all know that. They choose the guy who has a lot of money, but they say he's controlling. Instead of just choosing a regular, decent guy who can make you smile, make you happy. Somebody that can help bring something to your life that outside of just only money. Because money comes and go, right? Happiness is a thing that people can't seem to grab and hold on to for long. They get it and it just slips out their hand again. They think they're happy. A lot of women think they're happy with the man who can take them around the world, do trips and everything. But at the end of the day, what do you know about this man? Because all you ever done was just enjoy your time of luxury with this man. But you don't really know anything about this man until that man starts to show you who he really is. Now all of a sudden, he's the scum of the earth. He's evil. But this is something you should have vetted while your eyes was on his money and thinking about all the places we can go, all the nice restaurants we can eat at. Not once do you ask that man how he was raised. A lot of you haven't even met this man's family. And what you do, you give yourself to him too quick, because a lot of men are being taught, hey, if I have money, I can get girls, and they do whatever I want them to do. And you women, you do it because you're being taught, hey, don't do nothing for a man who don't got no money. You give yourself away too soon. Now, I don't have a daughter, but if I had a daughter, as a man, as her father, I would teach her and let her know that, the longer you hold that thing away from him, the better off you will be. You give men too much access to you too soon. Now, I'm not a person who's against one night stands. Hey, had a few in my time. It is what it is. I was young. Hey, whatever. I wasn't looking for anything. And the people who I've done that with weren't looking for nothing either. But for a person who's looking for someone and for the longevity, for the foreseeable future, for the rest of their life, that's not something you want to do. Now, keep in mind this too, because you women like to say it's your body. You don't want people policing your body. A lot of you women, like I said, you give yourself away too soon, and a lot of you are unprotected. So 9 times out of 10, you put 1 and 1 together, it equals 2. So now that you're knocked up and this guy done all these great things for you, a lot of you women just don't even figure out if the man even wants to be with you that long. You take it as you having a good time and everything's going good, y'all lovey-dovey. You take that as that man wants to be with you forever. No, if he wants to be with you forever, he will make it so. So what you do, you give yourself to him. You let him knock you up. You have a baby. And then you find out, I thought we were just kicking it. And now you're mad. Because honestly, you were just kicking it. If you didn't say otherwise, then you were just kicking it. A lot of women are single mothers because the man told you he don't want kids. And you still had that kid. Now, that blame also goes on men. We don't exempt that from them. Men have been getting blamed since the beginning of time. I tell men all the time, it's your fault also. Y'all just don't see it because you want a man to be just as exposed as you. The first thing about this is, ma'am, nobody would know you a single mother if you didn't tell nobody. But y'all can't keep yourselves off social media from trying to bash him, because even though you're a single mother and you may feel like you're doing it by yourself, you feel that he should take part in the struggle that you're going through. And maybe he should. But if you stop and ask yourself, is this what we both want? Now, there is cases where a nigga tell you anything to get what he want. Let's not act like that does not exist. It's a lot of men out here today feeding y'all dreams, and you're falling for it. You don't make them earn it. And then you get mad when you get tricked. But you champion women who trick men. It's the competition. Men and women have always been in competition. And to me, it seems more and more black men, black women are always in competition with each other. Who can get over on each other quicker? The moment we let that mentality go, the better we'll be, the quicker we'll be better. But right now, society is pushing this narrative, hey, black woman, you can be better than your black man. Hey, black man, don't let that black woman be better than you. When at the end of the day, we all can be better together. That's the message I like to give off when I make these videos. I don't make videos on the man's side, I don't make none on the woman's side. I make videos in the sense of what's right and what's real. Now, the reason why a lot of men push for women to hold themselves more accountable is because what y'all don't see is we hold the men accountable. The government even holds the men accountable. Right now, at the end of the day, what you saying is being a single mother is so hard and so stressful, it's a struggle. Have you ever decided, you know what, I'm gonna take the kids and drop them off with him? If I had a kid and I was not with his mother, I'm gonna tell her, hey, are you sure you want him? Because if you don't wanna do this alone and we can't be together because we're toxic and we everything, let me raise my son, let me raise my daughter. Not to say that you can't see him, you can't visit, you can't come over, we can't co-parent, cool, but let me get the majority of that. And I know a lot of single fathers who do this, who have their kids custody, and they don't complain about it being such a struggle like women do. Women are the only ones who like to just talk about struggle. I'm a firm believer in things happen according to what you say. Like you can manifest things by just speaking the tone. So if I'm constantly talking about how hard things is, how much a struggle things is, all I'm doing is just letting that stuff out into the atmosphere and I'm attracting all that negativity. I don't do that. A lot of single fathers who have sole custody of their kids, what they do is they just strap up their boots and they get to work. Yes, it's hard, but why complain? What's the point of complaining? Complaining gets you nowhere. I've been in conversations with men who say, man, I done fucked up and had a baby with such and such. I ain't mean to do that, but hey, you know what I'm saying? It's here now. On the flip side, you do have those men who just don't take care of their kids. And I feel like those are the easiest to spot because 9 times out of 10, those men have multiple kids. The best way to learn if a man is really a good father, especially if he already has kids, is how he treats the kids around him. If you're dating a man who already has kids, watch how he treats his child. Watch how he treats his child's mother. Watch how many times he sees his child, how many times he has his child. If you dating a guy who has kids and you never seen him with his kids, why the fuck would you have a kid with him? That blame goes on you because he already showed you who he was, you just didn't believe it. You didn't want to believe it because maybe he had money. Maybe y'all went places, maybe y'all did it. Of course he can have all that when he ain't spending on his kids. So at the end of the day, women like this, y'all gotta stop being naive to the fact that y'all be fucking up. See, the men, we know we fuck up sometimes. We're not afraid to admit that we mess up. So you tell a woman she messed up, you'll never hear the end of it because in y'all mind, y'all ain't never wrong. Just being real unbiased, and y'all mind, y'all never wrong. The goalposts get moved so much with women when they're wrong, I don't even know what sport we playing.